All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, few weeks ago, the UK government released an alarming data. This data showed the number of Nigerians who had applied to leave Nigeria to the UK ever since the APC concluded their primary elections and TINUBU emerged winner. The data showed that in the last 10 months, 135,000 Nigerians had applied to go to the UK alone. And to further break the figure down, 85% of those who applied were young people between ages 18 to 38. And more than half of them were either doctors, lawyers, engineers, nurses, teachers, pharmacists, and very skilled artisans. In a nutshell, our best hands are leaving Nigeria to the UK. Remember, we are still looking at the number of immigrants to the UK alone. And all these young people are leaving this country because of the APC's demonic reign that has brought abject poverty and hopelessness to the nation. The nation is now in darkness, and 135,000 have left to the UK alone. And after releasing the data, the UK encouraged the Nigerian government to sit up in terms of the economy. They were basically saying the figure was disgraceful. Now, the United States of America has released a more disgraceful statistics on the number of Nigerians applying to flee the country to the United States. The figures are staggering, and even these foreign countries are alarmed. Before I show you the data released by the United States and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this update where one of the pastors who supported APC has now come out to ask the federal government to declare a 3-day fast because the economy is now collapsing. They have seen that everything has turned upside down under TINUBU. He's now saying, let the federal government declare a 3-day fast. Look at how the papers reported it. Declare 3-day fasting, prayers for God's interventions in Nigerians' affairs, Akinfenwa tells FG. Bishop of Anglican Diocese of Ibadan, Oyo State, Most Reverend Joseph Akinfenwa, has urged the federal government to declare a 3-day prayer and fasting period for God to intervene in the country's affairs. Mr. Akinfenwa made the call during the Advent Carol of 9 lessons and songs held in Ibadan. The Anglican bishop said the situation of things in the country, especially the high cost of food items, transportation and accommodation, required urgent God's attention. He stated, however, that the situation was not limited to Nigeria but the world at large. But that of our country calls for worry, and all of us, not only the government, need to join hands and tackle it. This is because we are blessed with enough natural resources and therefore shouldn't suffer as such. Everybody should be involved, but the government should do more. Those in government can cut their salaries and allowances and use the money to cater for the poor, to show a good example, the bishop said. Mr. Akinfenwa also advised all Christians to be focused on the second coming of Christ, as all things happening in the world showed that the end would come one day. Now, we are talking about cutting salaries. They should reduce their salaries and use it to take care of the poor. But there was one candidate who kept on talking about cutting the cost of governance. But you didn't offer him your support. Now, the one that never talked about cutting the cost of governance, you gave him your support. He rigged his way to power. You are now asking him to cut down the cost of governance. Did he tell you that he had any interest in cutting down the cost of governance? What is all this? And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Olasukbo Jakes says, TINUBU and his family should fast as they are the biggest beneficiaries. Yes, they should be the ones to fast. And this tweet by Global Citizen says, nonsense. Why should I fast while some people are in Dubai spending my money? I would have some element of trust in you if you said fast for the release of Rhoda Jatal. And this tweet by Escape says, after rigging elections, oh, you rig elections, things are going upside down, and now you are asking us to fast. How does that make sense? This tweet by Kendo says, Nigeria's problem is not spiritual. Tell TINUBU to return the stolen mandate and see how 90% of Nigeria's problems will disappear. I tell you, just bring in the right leadership, do the right thing, and watch Nigeria soar. And this tweet by Mommy Kendrick says, If you like, declare 1 year of fasting and prayer. Nothing is going to change about Nigeria. Nigeria needs quality leadership devoid of religious and ethnic sentiments. Until then, y'all can keep praying and wishing. And that is the whole truth. Nothing will change if we don't do the right thing. This tweet by Free Africa says, Israel didn't fast and pray for 3 days to defend itself against Hamas. When Nigerians are tired and ready to get back their freedom, these gods of men will be among the first to go with the politicians because they are part of the reason Nigeria can never work. Oh, and Sir here said, this man is a joke unto himself. All the prayers that different churches and mosques have been praying, God is too deaf to hear. That is the issue. Prayer is not our problem in this country. What we need is to face the fact and take action. And this tweet by Rabbi Udanladi says, religion is the major problem of this country. I wish it would be banned for life, wallahi. Pathetic. You are a pastor. Elections were being rigged in this country. We didn't hear your voice. Constitution was turned upside down. You were mute. Thuggery and ethnicity reigned supreme. You didn't talk. And now you are asking us to pray. Was it God that asked the federal government to dish out policies without proper preparations? Haba. Now, let us look at the data released by the government of the United States. Look at how the papers reported it. Japa, we have interviewed more than 150,000 Nigerians, 30,000 students, U.S. Embassy. Charge the affairs of the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, Mr. David Green, has revealed that they have interviewed over 150,000 Nigerians, while further noting that the embassy has interviewed about 30,000 students this year. Green made this statement during an interview with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Abuja. He said, what folks do not know is that this year we have interviewed more than 150,000 people. This is in addition to 30 students. Hundreds of thousands of students have had the opportunity to seek visas from the US. We are doing the best we can to get proper ways for all the categories after having an enormous backlog as a result of COVID-19 and all that. Now, let's stop here. 150,000 people, in addition to 30,000 students, have applied to leave Nigeria to the USA. We just spoke about 135,000 that applied to go to the UK. We have not talked about the number of people that are fleeing to Canada and other parts of the world. That is the situation we have found ourselves in Nigeria. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Yomi says, last, now only 3 people go remain for this country. I'm telling you, because almost everybody that has the opportunity to leave is leaving. And this one by Honorable Aminu says, in total, 180,000 people are to Japa. Damn, this is scary. And this tweet by Ren says, Nigerians have never been this desperate. I wish them luck. Honestly, I wish them luck too. The situation of this country reach for a person to give up, make it just run, come out. This is the level APC has brought this country. They've brought this country to his knees. And this tweet here says, una never see anything. We plenty, we won't run. This one is telling the US government that they should brace themselves up for more people that are to come. And this tweet here says, if you are generous with your interview dates, the number will triple. Try it. Chibueze here is telling us that this number is even negligible. He said this is just a fraction of the people that are trying to leave. And he is absolutely right. What a pity. A country with plenty has been reduced to a jungle where inhabitants struggle to escape from. In the last 10 months, everything became worse. The main reason most of these people are leaving is the hopelessness of the situation. Because many of them have some money. You even have to be rich to leave this country now. But the situation is hopeless. The future is inauspicious. You cannot grow. Ever since the APC took over in 2015, there isn't a year that has not been twice as bad as the previous year. And it is not like Nigerians are lazy. It's not like Nigerians are looking for soft lives. We are hardworking people. People just want an environment where their hard work can be rewarded. Not like what we have here. where you have to be a thief to get by. Emilokan, they have given TINUBU power now, and the economy has become worse under him. My happiness is that everything is happening just as we predicted. Poverty everywhere, and obedience are even doing much more better than those in the Agbado camp. And this is how it will continue. It is left for Nigerians to take back their country or watch it fall completely apart. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.